Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're going to be looking at a website called runnersneed.com. If you guys want to check that URL out, you can do. But this website is absolutely crushing it when it comes to the e-commerce side of stuff. They're doing a lot of things right, a lot of things right, and we're going to do a little bit of digging, and basically I'll be explaining how you guys can try and replicate what these guys have done on your own website as well. So if we take a look at their graph here, they are ranking for just over 110,000 keywords. They're getting 66,000 traffic value. It's estimated that they're getting 207 hits per month to the website. Again, Ahrefs can be a little bit off, but that's the estimations right now. So let's just take a look and see what they are actually doing. So one thing that I would like to say is that this website structure is very, very good. So for example, you've got the homepage here. They have broken down into various different subcategories. So they've got all shoes, they have running, road running shoes, trail running, race and lightweight, carbon plate shoes, recovery shoes. Then they also have the same for jackets, tops, shorts. Then they've done the same for women as well. So from a categorization point of view, they have done a very good job. One thing that I would like to see them do is, for example, they could have a certain category about, for example, shoes for marathons, for example, shoes for treadmills. They are missing a little bit of essentially keyword or topical research there. But again, from an on-page SEO point of view and from a site structure point of view, very good job here. I like seeing this type of stuff. Now let's take a look at the actual breadcrumbs of the site. It's good to see that this website does have breadcrumbs. One thing I will say is when you are looking to scale out as many products that these guys have is when you're categorizing your pages and posts or your product pages, it's super important that you start doing this because from a usability point of view, it just makes sense. So for example, if somebody is on your men's road shoes, they might say, actually, I don't want any of these. I just want to take a look at just the men's section in general, and then they might end up buying one of these. So from a user experience point of view, it just makes sense to do it. They also have got the brands as well. One thing that would be interesting to see is if they have got separate brand pages, which they look like they do, yeah. So they have got a brands page as well, which they've covered Adidas, Puma, Nike, etc. So that's another good thing that they're doing. And again, whoever's essentially doing the SEO for this, they have seen the potential of, for example, ranking for Adidas related keywords, so that's why they would have done it. So that's a good thing that they've essentially done as well. Now let's take a look at their product pages and see what they have done there. Have they got unique descriptions? Yes, they do. So it's a really good thing that they are doing, and they actually they don't have internal links. So from an internal linking point of view, I would like to see them internal link from this description to either a related category or potentially to another product as well. They do have a you may also like section, so that's always good. One thing that I will say about this section is the important part to this is, let's say for example, right, is if somebody was to land on this page, right, and this was out of stock, the next section that you essentially want to be shown to that user is the you may also like, because they might say, right, okay, this one here, yes, it's out of stock, but this shoe here is the same color, I'm going to buy this one instead. So just bear that in mind when you are constructing your e-commerce website, to always have a you may also like and also link from your description to another category or potentially to another product. Now that being said, they do internally link from this to their Hoka category. So that's always a good thing that they're doing. Again, they do have a read more section here. One thing that I would probably recommend that these guys would do is, say for example, if we go to trail running shoes, I would like to see them add a little bit more content here. Potentially, if they don't want to add more content here, you could have the content down the page as well. Because, for example, they're not going to be able to rank for men's trail running shoes. Let's see who actually ranks there. So you've got sportsshoes.com that rank there. Do these guys have more content? Okay, they don't have that much more content. These guys have a little bit more content. Sometimes you just need a little bit more content to rank. But again, they're not in an awful position. They're in position 4 or position 3. So I will let them off, but in some cases, just bear that in mind. This doesn't apply for every single e-commerce store, what they have done. In some cases, you might need a little bit more content. So that being said, let's take a look at other sections of their website, because there's one section on their website that I actually really like. One thing that I will say before I get into a few different areas, links from the homepage through to, for example, the shop shoes, the shop clothing, accessories, the brands. This is really, really, really important. I'm glad that they're doing it, because again, the more you essentially internally link from your homepage, the better. One thing I will say, the thought process behind that is because your homepage is always going to be your most powerful page from an off-page SEO point of view. A lot of the time, your homepage is the one that's getting naturally linked to. So just bear that in mind. When you have got a homepage, you do want to essentially internal link to your most important pages, and it's super good that these guys are doing it. Now, one thing that I want to focus on was their advice and inspiration section. And again, this is kind of like a blog. They've just called it something different. And one thing that they have started to do is they have started to scale out a lot of their blogs. If we actually take a look here, expert advice, we will see, I'm hoping, an upward trajectory of the amount of keywords. Yeah, so they've started their blog out and they have started getting a lot of traffic. So out of the 66,000 traffic value the website gets, 8,600 of it is just from their blog section. And the keywords that they're doing, or the keywords that they're targeting, is really smart as well. So if we take a look at this page here, right? This is, how good is your town or city to run in? Now, this article here, I can understand totally why they've done it, and it's not just a bog standard article with a HTML table saying London is #1 place to run in the UK, right? They've actually got like a little bit of a tool here. You can like enter in your town. So obviously I'm located in Manchester. So as you can see, they've got, it's ranked 48 for vertical rises. They've got running paths were ranked 28th. Easy routes were ranked 34th, right? But from a link building point of view and from an outreach point of view, this page is absolutely amazing, and they should be doubling down on this page and getting more links for this page, because if we take a look at the backlinks here, right, MKFM, which is Milton Keynes, which is another town, it's near London. Milton Keynes named the 3rd best city for runners in the UK. This is a DR52 website, so it's a fairly strong website. And they have linked to the runners need, like the calculator, if you want to call it, or this page. So what I would be looking to do from an off page or from a link building point of view is trying to get into as many local websites like the MKFM. There's hundreds of these websites throughout the UK, right? And also one thing that I would also mention as well is, say for example, if there's, so Sunderland is ranked 50th overall, right? That's that's necessarily not a bad thing, because if you think of it, if a few different news publication websites pick up saying Sunderland, oh my god, they've been ranked the worst place to run in the UK, it's terrible. A couple of the council might then pick it up and then link through to you as well. So from a link building point of view, this is a super smart page that they've essentially built out. I wish that there was more e-commerce websites that would do this type of thing, and this can be applied to a lot of e-commerce websites, right? So for example, right, completely different niche. You could have a website that sells computer parts, and you might have like a computer part calculator where people can put in their budget, and then you can essentially configure a PC for them based off of their budget. There's all these different tools that you could be building out on your website that would get linked to. So love to see that that these guys have done that. Their blog section is doing super well. Again, not many e-commerce websites do a blog section, but if you guys can, definitely do it. If you guys can build pages like this, try and think out of the box. Try and think of what you could potentially build. Either if it's a calculator, so for example, if you're an accountant, you might build a tax calculator or a tax saving calculator that people would link to. These guys have done it for like the easiest and toughest places to run in the UK, and they're getting natural links through to this page. And again, what I would be looking to do from an on-page SEO point of view as well is doing more internal links. Like they've only got 2 internal links, and it's not 2 money pages, right? So let's say this page was to blow up and it went and got 50 or 100 links overnight. What you would then want to do is have internal links through to our best or our road running shoes page or our trail running shoes page. So from an on-page SEO point of view, it can definitely be improved, but from a link building point of view, they've done a very, very smart job here. So love to see it. So that has been my breakdown of runnersneed.com. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. And if you guys want a growth strategy session with myself for free, make sure to check out casualdash.com. Thanks.